The latest on where we are right now, we're joined by CBS News medical contributor, Dr. David Agus. Doctor, good morning.
Morning, Jeff.
We saw you last week. Well, first of all, there are a lot of disagreements over how countries should handle this, and all countries are taking different approaches to what's happening right now. Many disagreements. In your estimation, doctor, where are we right now, and what else should we be doing?
You know, I'm proud. I'm honestly proud how the country stepped up these past few days. And we've seen it. We've seen schools closing, businesses working from home. We've seen all of us as a country gather together to really make an impact on the spread of this virus. And it's going to work. We are going to slow the spread of this virus. We're not there yet, and it may go up before it goes down, but there's a change happening in our country. And I think we all can feel it. We also, at the same time, have the drugs that look optimistic, and they're coming down the pipeline. So you couple that together with the medical infrastructure that's also expanding, and it really is, for the first time, I'm seeing a light at the end of the tunnel.
Doctor, there are still a lot of people that there's a disconnect here. They don't understand the extremes we're taking because this is not necessarily a death sentence. So is it the spike in the infection rate over a period of time, a short period of time, that is the chief concern?
No question about it. Is that what we're going to see over the next several weeks is there's going to be a lot more infection. First of all, we're going to test for it. We never know, the true denominator, the true number of people with it until we actually do the testing. We're going to start doing mass testing over the next couple of weeks. And we're going to see that this virus is in many of us. Most of us, it will have a very mild to moderate course. It's going to be a bad cold, and we're going to get over it, and we're going to move forward. Obviously, what we're worried about are people 60 and above. And every decade older, the death rate can go up. And still, most of those people are going to get better and do fine. What we're trying to do now is build the medical infrastructure to handle the elderly and the people with other medical conditions, and then buy some time till the drugs that look like they're working can be ready so we can actually use them to lessen the effect of the disease.
And David, those drugs you're talking about, that deals with the impact. Once you're having breathing problems and issues like that, they're helping with those things, the symptoms. Is that correct?
Well, some of them help with the symptoms, and some of them are a class of antivirals. This is an RNA virus. It gets inside our cell and uses our own machinery to divide. And there are drugs now that can block that. Some were meant for HIV, some were meant for Ebola, but they were already developed and they exist. And this virus uses the same mechanism. So we're going to attack its Achilles heel and work with the other viruses. And I think we're starting to see that it's having benefit here. There's a lot of optimism in that regard.
I know as there becomes more testing available, one of the questions that people already have is, you don't have symptoms, but you've been around somebody perhaps that may have the disease. What do you do? Do you go ahead and get tested or not?
I get that question, and I'm sure you do also, literally every few hours.
Yeah.
Right now the answer is no, is that anybody who you've been exposed to somebody, we want you to self-quarantine. If you have mild symptoms, I still want you to self-quarantine right now and not go in for testing. You're going to get better, and if symptoms get worse, I want you to call your doctor and get in for testing. But right now, testing is not commonplace enough for the masses to come in. And, I don't want you sitting in an emergency room for a couple of hours to get a test either. If you weren't positive going in, you may be positive coming out. And I mean that somewhat facetiously, but the notion really is that we're not ready for that mass testing yet.
Doctor, as you noted, and I think everybody agrees, there are a lot of people who have it and don't know it. We know that already. Is there a point in the future, if you had it, then you'll know and it went away? And can you get this virus again?
Those are great questions. So number one is, yes, we're going to have a test where from a drop of blood you can know, hey, I had this and I've been exposed to it. In many countries they actually have that on your cell phone. You're green if you've had it and you're red if you don't. And there's obviously a difference in how you're aware for the next time this virus comes around. Can you get the virus again? The true answer is we just don't know. We've only been following this virus since the month of December in 2019. So we don't yet have the long-term data to know if the virus will change and you can get it again, or in some people who don't have as potent an immune response, maybe they have a mild condition, they can get it again also. We just don't know the answer. We're going to know that over time, but we're certainly following those really closely.
And the questions continue. Dr. David Agus, thank you so much.